Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Vitaly, and I'm a CEO and a founder of UrbanChain Group. So, from the name, it's kind of crypto related, but like we are more focused on like blockchain as a technology, and it's like our first steps to develop the solutions that we build on sharing economy. So everybody know the biggest companies like Uber, WeWork, Airbnb, Grab, and others that are highly growing the last years. So I would like to talk about the technology implications in the sharing economy industry. So this is what our company do. We are focused on the smart city solutions with tech implementations like AI, that's our car technology, and the blockchain for the data security and for payment system. So we based on the sharing economy because we believe that sharing economy industry is one of the future that it's already on the market. Just a little bit of correction should be in place. If we see on the market today, the top companies, the market capitalization is almost $300 billion. And if we see the valuation year by year, so it's like more than dozens of growth of the market cap in these companies. And still, a lot of companies doesn't generate even a profit, and investors have no opportunity to exit, while sharing economy topic is one of the hottest today in the industry in terms of startups and tech companies. So what is the problem about this? First of all, like the statistics that maybe not everyone can realize that the biggest share of the content is made in media and entertainment, and this is the most profitable and lucrative sector. So talking about the sharing economy and talking about its problem of development, let's highlight first the advantages. So advantages is utilization of existing resources. So we have a car sharing that would be nice, that it would be very developed in Hong Kong, for example, that will allow people who have no opportunity to buy a car, especially pay for the parking space, to share the car, to explore the views, go to work, pick up the kids. And also other companies that do not only material sharing but also skill sharing that you can utilize much more efficiently, and you can allow yourself to pay for them. So it also brings new workplaces. It distributes resources fairly, so it's kind of also positively impacting on the narrowing gap between the rich and poor people. It helps to environment, basically it means to, but like the cases I'm going to talk about later, kind of actually harmful for the environment. And this also the basement of sharing economy is collectivity. So bringing people together to share the existing infrastructure and building the new type of economy. Among the disadvantages, we know like Uber and Airbnb, for example, they are not welcome in many of the countries because they are disruptive to the industry. So the taxis have a lot of protest because they're losing their kind of job. profitability opportunities, and like also the companies are aggressively expanding and they charging really high fees using their kind of position of the top player market. Also a lot of fraud involved in the sharing economy, basically because companies, they are very fast growing, and the hype of this industry making them bypassing like cultural and moral basement. And also one of the problems is a weak legislative base. Like one of the first car sharing economy companies was car sharing actually in Switzerland back on the 1980s. And still the legislative approach to the sharing economy is developing mainly in Europe, US, and also coming to Asia pretty quickly. So talking about the environmental impact, we know the bike sharing as a bad example of sharing economy project. So due to the business model incorporated within the company, also the same problems came from disruption of the big companies of the sharing economy. So in order to make improvements on the sector and make it more environmentally friendly, more social friendly, it would be nice if companies, first of all, did the partnership with the government to communicate intercultural and legislative aspects first in any country where they go and enter the market. Second is control the fraud. The third one is not to be very ambitious and step by step better do kind of organic growth of the sector, bringing opportunities for government to implement adequate regulation and for people understand the new sectors coming in. Also improvement of working conditions, because a lot of employees in sharing economy companies, due to its fast growth, they are claiming for conditions. And also focusing not on the kind of work-related impact on the environment, but really implement the solutions with concentrating focus on real impact on the environment. So anyway, even talking about the negative sides of sharing economy, it is with us. We are using it every day in almost any country in the world. As Glenn Carter said, it is here to stay. We just need to correct some points, to tweak some regulation, and bring the world more efficient solutions and narrowing the gap between rich and poor people. So one of the examples I would like to talk about from our company we are working on now is our startup called Parking BNB. And talking about the parking problem, I would like to ask, like, anyone is driving here? Could you raise the hands? Okay, so anyone know that it's very difficult to find a parking space in any big city, right? So it's time consuming, like more than 20 minutes it takes on average. It's expensive and it causes traffic and pollution. More than 30% of traffic goes by drivers looking for parking. And currently there is no company that can guarantee parking space to any type of driver. And I will tell you why. Not only drivers are suffering from the parking problems, but only the parking owners. So So as an individual owning a parking space near your apartment, it would be great to get additional profit for unutilized parking spaces. So this is the problem from individuals that is unrealized. The problem for corporate parking owners is the obsolete equipment, high labor cost, and huge inefficiency. So what if there would be a solution that can guarantee a parking space to any driver and solve all the problems for the parking owners? So that's what we are trying to build. There are a few companies in the world, mostly based in US and Europe. So they give an opportunity of pre-booking parking, right? So you can park, you can book the parking in advance for a few hours, for a month, for days. But when you're driving, you're not going to open a map and choose the parking space from all the things. Like when we're using Uber, we're not picking up the taxi, right? So that's why we came up with the automatic parking suggestion. So you just pick out your destination and we give you the closest and cheapest parking space that you can personalize with different parameters. And also, as equipment suppliers, we provide indoor and outdoor navigation for the convenience of the driver. Because when you have like 6 floors parking, sector E, 135 space, it's difficult to navigate in there. And it's also easy to forget when you park. In terms of solution for parking owners, we have an equipment that tracks occupancy online, and actually the booking system works not in advance but on the entrance itself. So basically you came up, your plate number is scanned, the camera recognizes the closest free parking space, match with your number, it's like 2-3 seconds maximum, and then provide an indoor navigation to your parking space. So that's basically how it works. So also embedded the automatic payment solution. So no queuing in front of the barrier, no payment machines, no traffic in the parking complex. Another solution is the price advisor. So we are suffering, especially like in the big cities, from high prices in central areas, while there are other nearby places with lower price. So one of the solution is the price advisor. So we have an area that we are analyzing and offering the most competitive price, so then give the market more fair pricing, and also the dynamic pricing because of the equipment that we track the data to offer them. So in terms of solution for car manufacturers, it's software for onboard computers to actually eliminate the usage of the phone. And as soon as we have ability to collect a lot of data from parking history, from car sensors, from equipment that we supply, we can offer the autonomous parking engine to track it. And prospectively, like in the future, as we are currently the startup, we can be potentially the main providers of the parking data that we can monetize in the future. So we are focused on bringing a real impact to the parking market, helping drivers to find a parking space, helping parking owners to realize their unrealized profit by supplying drivers to them. Our solution can decrease the traffic jams, offering to reduce the amount of time parking space, and also huge problem, especially in Hong Kong, it's illegal parking. So people looping around, they staying in illegal places, having a high fees. That's the basement we are talking with such companies like Uber, Lalamove, Grab, they have a high fees for legal parking, and that's the point of the cooperation. Also, in terms of car sharing, as I said before, car sharing will not exist in Hong Kong in its full force without the opportunity to find a parking space. So taxi will be anyway much more convenient. So, and we focus, of course, on market price determination because having the, especially central areas, when you have parking for 400 Hong Kong dollars per hour, and in 100 meters you have parking for 65 Hong Kong dollars per hour, this unrealized opportunity can be given to the drivers and improve the price on the market. So our solution has no capex because our business model is based on a markup on the equipment we sell, and we are hard to copy because no one of the producers in the world have the equipment we need. So we assemble it from 3 different producers and sell to the parking owners. So we expect to bring this solution by the end of the year in Hong Kong and launch it in this market and then expand globally afterwards. So this is about the parking solution. So this is, I tried to briefly cover the topic of sharing economy and try to give the example that we are working on to bring on the solution on a real market with the use of the technologies. So if you have any question or interest, I'm glad to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Vitaly, for trying to make our life more easier.